Hey everybody, Mark over here at Twanger's Turntable. Cheers everybody, just jumping on for a real quick video. Just got home from work a little while ago and I saw this video last night. Craig over at the Spirit of Vinyl was doing in celebration of the Kentucky Derby. I guess it's coming up this weekend. Now it's not something that I follow that closely, but as I was saying to Craig, I would suggest almost anybody. The Kentucky Derby seems to be almost synonymous with the mention of horses. I mean, I would suggest there aren't many people that haven't heard of the Kentucky Derby, right? So, and then I watched Anthony over at Gambler 812, his great video and great suggestions about just having fun with it. It's great. You know, a lot of people, they have a celebration with friends and family, and it's great, right? They don't get crazy about it and lose their freaking house on it. I mean, hey, we're all adults here, so do what you will. But and then Doug over at the Auditory Vinyl, he was on here. He did one, so I want to get on before too many of these were out there, because at least to my small knowledge base of music, there aren't a heck of a lot to pick from. So I'm going to jump on and pick a few right away. Craig mentioned 5 that he presented. I'll leave links below. You can go over and check out these other videos. But one that I'm sure Craig is familiar about because he talks about these guys or has talked about them. You can probably guess right off the top who I'm talking about and probably even what song too. But I think he mentioned he didn't have this album. And it's Aerosmith Rocks with Back in the Saddle. Got to get this, Craig. I know you've got Toys in the Attic and you've heard Back in the Saddle from their greatest hits, and that's been probably played ad nauseum on radio, FM radio and whatnot, but it's a killer album. I would suggest this is their heaviest album. Although I do like Night in the Ruts too, not to be a contrarian, but that's right up there as one of my favorites. But Toys in the Attic rocks. Get Your Wings. I mean, come on. The debut. They're Draw the Line. They're all good. Like, I think you mentioned that. Next up, I'm going to go with these guys. Probably my favorite Clash album, Give 'Em Enough Rope, with the horse on there. Always love this. I don't know if these are images from the Spanish-American War. I don't know what the images are from. I'm not a Clash aficionado. It's just something my older brother was into, and I just by proxy got into them. In fact, funny, I won't go into too much, but I kind of didn't like them early on. I resisted, but they were always really good, and this is probably my favorite by them. On most days, I have a hard time picking a favorite. Anybody who knows me knows that I don't usually do rankings and whatnot. But yeah, Give 'Em Enough Rope by the Clash. Next up, had to go with these guys, Iron Horse, Motorhead, from their debut, air quotes, you know. But yeah, Iron Horse, Born to Lose, off their self-titled debut. We'll call it their debut for sake of argument. Killer, had to go with Iron Horse. And then, of course, this is the one that came to mind immediately, and it mentions horses, but more specifically the Four Horsemen. And I mean, come on, Kill 'Em All, Metallica. Just it's always been one of my favorites as well. So I had to show this, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to jump on quickly. At least a few videos I've seen, nobody had shown it yet. I'm sure somebody will. Maybe they already have. But hey, I had to go with that. And then one maybe not quite so familiar, especially to my neighbors to the south. I'm in Canada, down in the US, or across the ocean, the big pond. A band called The Tragically Hip. And one of their albums is called Road Apples. So anybody familiar with horses and been around horses, you know what they're getting at. But it also does have a pretty horse on the front. So there you go. There's my 5, guys. The Tragically Hip, Road Apples closes it all off. I thought of a couple of more that I want to go with. Anthony beat me to the punch with America. There was another one. He beat me to the punch with the Stones too. I thought about that one. But there's a few more. I mean, the bugle sounds, the charge begins, but on this battlefield no one's wins. The smell of acrid smoke and horse's breath as I plunge on into certain death. Now, you can figure out what song that is, and I'll leave it for the pickings. But anyway, that's my entry to Craig's thread. Go over and check out his channel, these other guys as well, and have some fun with it. Enjoy the Kentucky Derby weekend for those who participate. Be responsible, you know, have fun with it, as my buddy Anthony said, and he summed it up much better than I could. He's got firsthand experience with this, and is a cool cat to top it off. So as they all are. So that's it. Until next time, everybody take care, and I hope to see you on my next video here at Twanger's Turntable. Cheers, everybody. Take care.